But you're supposed to be luxury, and that's where you jib out on. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. It's adorable. A luxury that I have never had before. It's gorgeous, it's stunning, and it's gonna be my first time living alone. My glasses are doing a weird glare thing, so we're getting rid of them. But I'm officially done staying in hotels and soon to be with my family. Of course, we still need to move into here, as you can hear by my echo. This is an empty apartment tour, and I'm so excited to show it to y'all. Most of y'all already know why we're here and how we got here, but in case this is the first video of mine that you're seeing, I picked up my entire life and my 2 dogs and my cat and just moved across the country, moving from Ohio to Colorado for a new job, just to kind of start fresh, start over. And it's gonna be my first time living alone, but this always has to be the first video of like any little moving series that I do, of course. So we're kicking it off. I'm gonna show you guys the empty space, and then of course the moving vlogs will follow. So make sure you subscribe down below for future moving vlogs and just Colorado vlogs, you know? It's crazy! Crazy, okay. You know what's even crazier is filming this by yourself. So I'm having to like sneak peek, move my tripod around and show you guys this in like a solo way. But this is the kitchen. You're joking, right? It's gorgeous, it's stunning. I love a statement piece in a kitchen. I have a wine rack, which I don't even know how I'm gonna reach. Why would you put it up here? First of all, I also can't reach really anything in here. Second shelf at best. I'm just gonna have to have like a step stool laying out all the time for me probably, so I can get to my top shelves. It is helpful because I'll be able to kind of buy in bulk or store a lot of things that maybe I just need storage for, but it's gonna live on the top shelf in my kitchen. You already know the cooking vlogs are coming back, and grocery hauls, and a little coffee station, a little coffee nook. I'm so excited for that. My fridge gives me my ice and my water, like a luxury that I have never had before. There's a giant side pantry. Again, I can't even reach the top of it, but that's okay. I just like having a pantry space. I did notice though, there aren't as many drawers, and it was not until today that I realized that. We only have 2 drawers. There's one here, and then there's one right here. We'll have to figure that one out. I feel like I don't have a lot of things that need to go in drawers, but we'll see. The fridge and the freezer is obviously such a decent size for just me since I'll be living alone. Tons of space in the freezer for all of the dogs, like licky mats and enrichment meals and stuff like that, which I'm really excited about. And then I do have an L-shaped kitchen. Let me show you. You're in my living room right now, but we do have the L-shaped with the bar, so I'm gonna get some bar stools here, so that way I can eat at my bar rather than having like a whole dining room set or even like a bistro table. I just feel like I would rather sit at the bar. If that changes, it changes, but that's my plan right now. But look how cute. It's adorable. We do have trash valet. If I say we, I mean Freya, Bela, Kitty, and I. We are we, a family of 4. I have valet trash, which is kind of nice, just popped outside of my door. I mean, it's gorgeous, it's stunning. The living room isn't that exciting, it's empty, but I think it's a decent size for, again, just me, but I don't think it's enough space to do the whole dining room or bistro, couch, TV moment, which is why I think I'm opting for bar stools. Actually, it's also because I only have a 1 bedroom and I need a little office space. You guys already know that. In my bedroom, which we'll get there, will not accommodate a desk, so I'm gonna end up having to do, I think, like a desk moment out here. I'm thinking TV console on this wall, couch or something over here, coffee table in the middle, bar stools, and then there's an outlet right here already, which is nice. So I'm thinking desk here, so I can kind of take over that little corner for my office space and then still have living, eating at the bar. That's the plan, but I don't really know yet because I don't have any furniture. I moved across the country just with like my animals, myself, my clothes, and my things, like knickknacks or like, you know, kitchen stuff. I brought no furniture, no mattress, no bed, no nothing. So I have to rebuy everything, which is fun, but also stressful. But it also just allows for like more play with this floor plan since I can buy things specific for here. Because my plan is to be here. I'm not moving, I'm done moving, okay? In a year from now, if you see me moving, shut your mouth. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. But that's my idea with the living space, because the bedroom, we'll get there. But before we get there, I have a really fun room to show you that I'm excited for. We gotta move you over here. I have a mud room, or I guess you can call it a laundry room because my washer and dryer in unit are in here. But it's like a mud room because it came with this. Like, this is lovely. I can, you know, hang coats up or my purse, my bag, which I've already like thrown here on the bench, dog leashes, I don't really know, my reusable bags, the dryer, and the washer. And then this is a little shelf, so I'll be able to put, you know, my laundry things up there. Maybe we'll get a cute basket for it eventually, but if not, it's okay because this is like a sliding barn door to close it off if it's a little messy in there. And that way you don't have to look at it from the kitchen or anything, or like people coming in, because this is my front door. I think it's kind of cute open, but I just think that this is so unique that when I toured this, I'm like, this is useful to me. Shoes down there. I do really want some sort of like a mini, I don't know, like an entryway table right here though. I do want to have a spot to still drop like my keys, little things like that. That's not my counter. This room's really cool. I love it. Now the bedroom. I was a little shocked. The only like downer of this unit is that this bedroom is very small. Like it's small. As far as like steps across to the other side of the wall, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. I've already hit the wall. All that's gonna be in here is gonna be my bed and end tables, really. And then if I wanted to mount a TV, which is what I think most people are doing because they have the mount in the wall right here, I don't think there's gonna be room for like a dresser or like a console, and definitely not a desk in here. This is really just a bedroom, which is fine. It's just me, myself and I, but I was a little shocked. I talked more in the vlog before this about like apartment hunting and just what I've noticed a lot. The square footage is definitely something different than my Ohio apartments. But also one of the good things, giant window in the bedroom, which I love natural light, so I love this. And it has a light in the bedroom, which shouldn't be a luxury, but apparently it is. And then a fan, which is like extra luxurious because you're lucky if you even get a ceiling light here. So she's just a little small. Because to be honest, the bathroom is like ginormous. The closet's ginormous, which are great, but I'm like, I could have dealt with a smaller bathroom and had a bigger bedroom. The bathroom and the closet, they're ginormous, like I said, for kind of no reason. We have a good size vanity, of course, giant mirror, love. Also basically a whole pantry in the bathroom, like floor to ceiling shelving storage, which is really nice because again, I can just use the storage for anything that's not bathroom related too. Because other than the mud room, like there is no closet other than my closet in this whole unit. So there's no like linen closet, this is kind of that. And there's no, you know, like coat closet other than the mud room, or there's not a closet to put, you know, like my broom and my vacuum and stuff like that in. The shower is a really good size, and it's also a tub, which is great to wash Freya and Bela in whenever they need baths. I really like how low the counter and the mirror is because I'm really short. So a lot of times when I go to units, like if the mirror doesn't start, you know, halfway above the sink, I barely can see half of myself. So this is preferable for my shortness. The closet is also a really good size. I think that I could fit a smaller dresser in the closet because like I said, it can't fit in the bedroom. So maybe that's the workaround for that, is just to put it in the closet, and that way I can get all my folded stuff. But until then, I also have these wire racks, which you guys know are like the bane of my existence. It's so weird when you go to these luxury apartments and then they throw those in the closets. I'm like, but you're supposed to be luxury and that's where you jip out on? I digress. But since it is the wire rack, I can just put some of my folded stuff up top until I get that. It's not really a necessity. That's the apartment. That's it. I do also have a patio and like a balcony and stuff, so that's really nice for the dogs and just for myself. Last thing before we close this vlog, if you watched the last vlog where we actually went apartment hunting and I showed you like all these different units and like rated them and stuff like that, this unit was my highest rating on safety, which I did realize was something that was at, you know, the forefront of my mind when I was doing all of these apartment searches and talking to friends and family. They just kept realizing that I kept repeating that, which is something that I really wasn't cognizant of, that was like high on my list of like values of where I want to spend my money. You know, this place is locked down like Fort Knox, like it's wild, which makes me feel good. Like I know that nobody can even get into like our parking area, our parking garage. Even if you get into the parking garage, you can't get into the hallways of the complexes without the key to get through the door, and they're all different keys per floor. So like only people that can get through my floor are people that live on my floor with that key. And like my door has, you know, like fingerprint scanning to come in. Like she's secure, and that gives me a lot of peace of mind. So it wasn't even that I chose this unit because it was like bougie and nice and luxury. The only luxurious thing that I really wanted was safety, which is kind of crazy that you have to pay so much money, emphasis on so much money, just for a little bit of safety. But I do think it's worth it. This is, again, my first time living alone. I just want to feel safe when I'm going to bed at night, when I'm staying here by myself, when I come home late from work. Like, And this was really the only unit that had all of those safety measures in place, and that's what I valued most. And that's what I'm willing to spend my money on, and that's why I chose this complex and this unit. So I feel good about my decision, and I'm really excited to move in and just, I don't know, make it my own. I'm so excited to have this whole place to fully furnish and to decorate and just to live in and feel safe in and just have me and my babies in, you know, like this chapter of my life is gonna be crazy and fun. And I'm really excited to kind of build out this solo Marissa era in this space for the next few years. I hope you guys enjoyed the empty apartment tour. I hope you guys are ready for move-in vlogs. I haven't brought the dogs here yet. They haven't even like seen the place. So of course we'll have that. And I'll definitely post more updates on Instagram in real time before these vlogs go live. So you can definitely do that because I'm on stories like all the time. Home sweet home. Before we close this vlog, I forgot on my last 2 vlogs back, but we're bringing back the notable quotables because one of y'all commented, Jane Simpson, and said, I just saw this notable quotable and thought of you. Quote, you had to be that person to become this one. And I think the new you is full of so much grace, poise, and kindness. It's so special that you're going to be part of people's weddings. And I know you're going to be such a bright spot for so many couples. Trust the process. You are growing towards so many good things. And like, Jane, don't make me cry. But you do. You have to be that person to be this person. And I got a little bit emotional on the last vlog, kind of like for that reason of just looking back on, you know, the past eras of me and things that haven't always worked out. And I had to go through those moments and learn a lot of lessons to be here and to feel good about being here. Thank you for that. So leave a comment down below of your favorite quote or song lyric, something that motivates you, inspires you, and like keeps you going. And I will read it and shout you out in the next vlog at the end of every vlog. So I love you guys so much, more than you'll ever know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.